We used to have a lot of family gatherings in our house pretty much most weekends. So like aunties, cousins, uncles, everyone was always around. You'd have upstairs my dad would be playing vocalist music. Downstairs my sisters would be having their own party when they'd be playing anything from ragga and soca to hip hop and soul. And I was a lot younger at the time, so I was just walking around like this young kid sponge, like soaking up all this music around me and dancing, and also being educated as well. I knew that music was going to be a big part of my life, but I just didn't know how. You know, rave culture was a huge thing, and there was a really good music scene in London at the time, and just getting up into my early teens, it was a great thing to kind of witness the beginnings of all of that. I had a great time. I danced my tits off and met so many amazing friends, and I embraced the music and what was going on around me. So it was a special time. I've always had this fascination or love for New York City and New York in the 80s and the black and the queer culture that came from that. When I first started DJing, that was very much the sound that I embraced the most. With fashion, it's something that really started for me again when I was a kid. My family were just like, go crazy as long as you feel comfortable. You know, seeing how fashion and music kind of combined together at such a young age, I want to try and match that with what I'm doing.
And so for me, the kind of vintage element of Lacoste is really something that I can tie in with how I dress in my everyday and how I could dress on stage.